The semifinals, they're finally here. They're set up. First off, we got the AFC. We're going to get them out the way. Chargers, Steelers. Super Bowl 29 Chargers, Super Bowl 10 Steelers. Winner of this one goes on to the finals.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's coming up next.
On the air tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion
Steelers, Chargers, both teams coming out, both teams hungry. The Steelers have proven they're the dominant team in the bracket, getting 3 wins.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gordon.
My fault, 2 wins. But the Chargers showing that they can beat some pretty good teams. They beat the powerhouse Niners and the powerhouse Patriots, so we'll have to see here. Do we got an upset on our hands? And the Chargers also came from behind, so I wouldn't even be surprised if it was 7-0. Steelers start. Here come the Chargers. If I had to pick here based off everything I'm seeing, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Chargers in this one. I mean, we've taken down the Niners. We took down the Patriots. Let's take down the Steelers now.
Of Super Bowls have led us here. More history to be written tonight as we get underway. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get
all right, return. Here comes Big Ben. Got to shut him down, but in a biased, non-biased way, I'm going to call this game. So here comes Big Ben. We already know he's won a Super Bowl. Pretty good quarterback. Both quarterbacks who got playing today are really good. But Big Ben here, Super Bowl winning quarterback. Like I said, his team looks pretty dominant, so we'll have to see.
Already getting his chance. I mean, harken back to Dan Marino. Another superstar made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Big Ben in that gun. Easy first pass. 2nd and 5.
5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot.
Big Ben in the gun.
Able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
Ooh, high snap for Ben, but he hands it off to Bettis. The bus got the first down. Jerome Bettis gets them up to 33. First down Steelers.
Last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan.
It's AB who switched his number to 1.
Touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally.
I will edit both rosters for the teams who make it to the finale.
You keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends.
Second and inches. That was a good run.
Wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play,
Big Ben fakes the handoff. He's looking for it. He's got AB. First down, Steelers.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done.
Pancake and Bettis is gone. First down inside the red zone.
You can create a little bit of havoc.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
End of the first. Got 0-0, so it's knotted up. Haven't really seen much, so not much to say here. But Steelers are moving the ball.
You are watching the NFL on
Field flipper, and they get into that Charger powder blue end zone. Looking for the powder blue. He's got it. That's a touchdown. Antonio Brown. Steelers got the first score of the game. They're actually looking pretty unstoppable. They didn't even have a single third down.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in. Didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal. And it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Chargers get the kickoff now. It's their turn to touch ball. They kneel down on it with LT. Here comes Phillip Rivers, a guy who hasn't won a Super Bowl, never did, never will. He's retired now, but Phillip Rivers is a good quarterback for sure.
And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Chargers fake the handoff. The pass goes deep to Lance Allworth, the AFL legend. And he has the big grab. Again, there was Jerry Rice, but before Jerry Rice, there was Steve Largent. And before Steve Largent, there was Lance Allworth. And before Lance Allworth, there was actually that Crazy Legs guy for the Rams. It was crazy. Hence, probably why they call it Crazy Legs.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll go up the
LT with the carry, bouncing off tackles. First down.
Not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Already in Steeler territory. Thanks to the deep pass to Lance Allworth from Phillip Rivers.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Eckler, they run left side and able to get
Eckler gets a chance, but not much. Only 2.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of the Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report.
Nice play to Lance, but there is a flag, but I think it's on the defense, but I can't really tell. That's one of those where I can't tell. Alright, it's on us.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for
so that's going to backfire. 2nd and 7 for the Chargers now.
Screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver. Usually the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Hand off to Eckler with the move. Austin Eckler with the W play. He gets it up to the 19. We're in the red zone.
A 10-yard pickup, but it's enough for a Charger first down.
Chargers in the red zone with the first down.
So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the red zone now, Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Missed opportunity by the Chargers. Good play by the Steelers secondary. 2nd and 10.
But they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, Chargers. We've been here before. We played the Steelers in the AFC Championship. We'll play the Niners, so come on. You beat the Niners, you can beat them again. Dropped pass. 3rd and 10, so the Chargers looking at 3 if they can't get 10 yards here. By the way, good play by the Steelers. Good couple plays there. Setting up 3rd and 10.
When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
What a play by Rivers. He gets it to Lance. Lance Allwards inside the 5-yard line. He's actually on the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Chargers.
This has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up
30 seconds, 1st and goal. Hands it off LT. What else can you ask for? There's 6. And the Chargers are on the board. We're looking at a 7-7 ball game. Who else would you need him? LT, bruh. He gets in there. Look at that shit. Dives in. And he's skipping back, hop, skip, hop, hop. Back to the sideline.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive
7-7 ball game, 22 seconds for the Steelers. Let's see if they can figure it out.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw.
It's a good pass, 1st down, timeout. They got 2 left.
First of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger.
Going deep. Bad pass out of bounds. Second down, 10 seconds for the Steelers, but still 2 timeouts.
They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, timeout. There's no time, so they're either going to have to knee it, run it, or heave it. Steelers are not in field goal range, I repeat.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final
Steelers.
play it's Roethlisberger.
No time, he's heaving it. Can he get one? Nothing. That's going to be halftime. We have a tie game, so both offenses look pretty strong. I think both defenses really need to talk it over, but 7-7, we got a good ball game for sure. Stay tuned, because next we have the real Super Bowl content coming. Gonna knock that out the way.
And this EA Sports halftime report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even.
Winner here moves on to the finale for the Super Bowl tournament. We have the Super Bowl 29 Chargers going up against the Super Bowl 10 Steelers.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
Chargers get the ball.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter.
Phillip Rivers coming out.
And through one half at least,
he's got a chance now to basically put the game in the Chargers' favor, with the Chargers having the ball now in a tie game and no automatic field flipping.
I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. There he goes, right
Eckler on a big run. The Chargers get a huge play, and they're already in Steelers territory.
Yards rushing for him now, and just his first 3 carries. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first
That's the way to go about it.
You
try to score as fast as you can when you get the ball back, so that you can see what your defense can do before you just go chewing the clock.
Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to the
handoff.
this time with Tomlinson.
Yeah, it didn't look good. It's not going to be good. No gain. 2nd down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Rivers
looking. It's Gates. Stiff arm from Gatesy. 1st and goal on the 3. The Chargers not really in a hurry, but in my opinion, should hurry up and try to get a score here. Steelers need to do everything they can to bend and not break and hold the Chargers to 3.
And no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Chargers hand it off. LT is in. Touchdown Chargers. So with LT in, The Chargers are going to take the lead. That gives them 2 touchdowns. LT's on a run. Him and Mike Williams on a playoff run here.
Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy.
Who else when you need him? LT, bruh. There he goes again.
Like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
Steelers ball. With the defense breaking, they're going to need 7 here to tie. Third quarter, a minute 44.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take
it's good too for the Chargers with high-powered offenses like this. You get a score early.
And start matching them
right when it's the last drive, they're going to go for it on 4th down. But in a situation like this, the quarterbacks and the coach are going to be more pressured to kick. And that's exactly what the defense wants to kick when they're up by 7.
Bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get
2nd and 4. Decent play. Gain of 6.
This 2nd and 4. Roethlisberger.
Big Ben wants it. He's got it. AB. First down. Again, Steelers showing that they're unstoppable on offense. Only the field flipper has gone the Chargers' way. We have not seen the Chargers actually stop the Steelers and put them in their place.
But this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun,
Big Ben. Check down. Bettis. Juke.
It's complete.
2nd and 7, gain of 3. The third quarter is running short, so that might change the impact of the pressure. There might be more pressure to go for it now. But we'll see. It really is, once it gets down to crunch time, is when teams really start to go for it on 4th. But we'll have to see how Tomlin wants to run it. They weren't empty, but that's going to be the end of the quarter. Chargers up 14-7, although this has looked like a pretty even ball game, even with the Chargers up. We got one more quarter, but this is not just the Chargers ball game. This has been a good ball game. This could easily be 14-14 or 7-7.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger.
He wants it. He's got it. AB. But he does drop it. Asante Samuel on a big play for the Chargers. Asante Samuel's dad was a Patriot and an Eagle. Asante Samuel Sr. or Asante Samuel, whatever you want to call him. But that's Asante Samuel Jr., the son who was drafted by the Chargers. Who ended up actually being a free agent. I'm sad to let him go because they want it all. 3rd and 7. He's going to get it too. They go for the home run ball and it's caught. Len Swan. Touchdown Steelers. What a play by the Steelers. Len Swan wanted it. Big Ben wanted it. Everybody wanted it. And Len Swan delivered.
And not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Now still down 1. Here's an utterly
Steelers 1 point away from the tie. We're looking at a 14-14 ball game. And there it is, 14-14. Yikes. Can the Chargers either burn clock or trust the defense? If I'm the Chargers, I'm burning clock. My defense hasn't given me nothing. but you know, you can only check what the NFL is going to give you at this level, so we'll have to see. I said this ball game could have been easily 14-14, and there you have it. No defense in this game. All offense. So can the Chargers chew clock? Or will they put trust in their defense? Or can the Steelers just flat out take the ball?
As it kicks away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 20.
All right, return by LT could have been better.
For Los Angeles returns to the field. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter.
.345, Rivers looking. Big play to Gatesy. Antonio Gates gets it up to the 39, and the Chargers are doing what they've been doing the whole ball game, and that's getting the ball in Steelers territory in the first play.
These are the plays that win you games, and now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running right, this is Tomlinson. Ooh, what a move.
Oh, wow. LT with a move in the big run. LT saw nothing but green. Thankfully, a Steelers defender there in the secondary gets him down. But LT with a big move, and he's down on the 6. And what a play by LT. He's had himself a ball game with 2 touchdowns. I say hand it off again if I'm the Chargers. They don't, and LT blocks, but Rivers is going to go for it. As to be expected, only a gain of 2. Looking at me cringing, bro. You're going to break a bone, you fucking grandpa.
But still, some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 2nd down, goal to go.
2 minutes. The handoff. LT breaks off the tackles, and he's in for his 3rd touchdown. Looking like 2006. LT, your 2006 MVP going off in this game. 3 touchdowns. Chargers take the lead, but there is time, so the Chargers are putting trust in the defense. But what a play by LT.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Steelers, 157, a chance for overtime, or a chance for the win, or the Chargers can pin them back on their ass and get the ball. Here comes Big Ben, Jerome Bettis, Big Buzz. Oh, there's Len Swan.
They have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on 1st down.
Can the Steelers make that comeback?
Here's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Steelers. They won it all with Big Ben to Jerome Bettis, but no catch. Good defense by the Chargers. 2nd down. That initial play did get them in Chargers territory, so that was nice. A minute 24, it's looking good for the Steelers. They just got to get in the end zone. The Chargers got to worry here because you got 2 decisions. If you get scored on quick enough, you need to program some offense. But if you don't get scored on quick enough, you need the time to run out. Or to turn them over on downs, which could be the case here as it's 3rd and 10, so 2 more plays for the Chargers. Can the Steelers get it? Big Ben alerted. It's a nice grab. Len Swan. They're on the 3rd team, but he does go out of bounds. So that saves them a timeout, but I don't really like it for the Steelers because all you're doing at this point, if you don't get stopped in bounds now, is you're giving the Chargers time. Can the Steelers get 13 yards? I believe so, because they haven't been stopped all game. Only sacked on the first play, though. 2nd and 17 coming up. I think the Chargers should take a timeout. I don't know. I feel like you're going to get scored on, but hey, maybe we have some belief that we're not going to get stopped. Or that we're going to get the stop, because I could believe that on 2nd and 17 that you could stall out, but it's just like, I don't know. This Steelers team has looked unstoppable, and they get 15 of those 17 yards back in one play. 3rd and 2. See? The Chargers are just letting it milk away. This is not good. So, I mean, I guess overtime, but like still, the clock. 3rd and 2, this is a big down. This one right here is probably going to decide the game. Oh, he's going to run. He throws it away. 4th and 2, and the Steelers have to go for it. 17 seconds. This one right here is going to decide the game. They have timeouts, so if they get the 1st down, they're good. This right here is going to decide the game.
It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Being chased out.
The Chargers have the stop, but they get the 1st down. So, that's an interesting move here. The Steelers have to use their timeout, but the Chargers were able to stop the score. The Chargers have to play all defense, so that's a good play there. They're not banking on any offense until overtime, so what a play by the defense. They should hand that off, but they don't. They got him. Hits him in the ass, though. Len Swan not looking. 2nd and goal from their own. 8 seconds. This is weird because the AFC Championship in the 90s came down just like this. On the goal line, Steelers ball, and the Chargers in real life were able to get the stop. Can they repeat history right here? They're not. The Steelers get the touchdown. We're going to have a tie ball game in overtime. But it all depends, though. Will Mike Tomlin get aggressive here? Let's see. You know, if I'm Mike Tomlin, though, I should get aggressive because I wouldn't want to bank on any kind of overtime slip-ups. None of that. I would go for 2. They don't. Play conservative. We're going to get overtime. Chargers do call timeout. They're trying to ice the extra point.
Now still down one. Here's an utterly critical
Here we
extra
go.
point attempt here. And it is good.
Overtime.
70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths, but it's good.
All right, we have now reached overtime. Looks like whoever won the coin toss got the Chargers the ball. I'm not sure who actually won the coin toss, but it looks like the Steelers are going to be kicking off, and they are. So Chargers start out with the ball. I'm actually unsure exactly how the overtime rules work in this Madden, but I want to assume that we still have the new overtime rules, so both teams will get a chance, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers score and the game just ends. I don't know when they switch the rules, so we'll have to see.
The Super Bowl, and here we go with the first drive of overtime.
I'm not going to just take a deep breath. I'm going to get a little oxygen as well, because this is the biggest thing in sports if you're a football player. Now, the bottom line for these guys is continue to find a way to execute your assignments.
Rivers with a good throw, but it's dropped by Lance Allworth. So good start by the Steelers.
Take it, and maybe it'll tip the balance for your team.
If I'm the Chargers, you need to get a touchdown, burn as much of the overtime clock as possible. If I'm the Steelers, get that ball.
On second down, it's Tomlinson.
LT, little gain there, 3rd and 6 coming up, so it's a big down already. Here we go. Big 3rd down in overtime. Will the Chargers fold and have to punt, or will they stay alive to try to get to the finale? Rivers and Guns guy, LT next to him. He's changing a route. He's looking. He's going to get sacked. Wow, the Chargers have to punt. The Steelers get the first stop of the ball game. That's interesting.
Many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's J.K. Scott now.
Chargers punting to the Steelers. Steelers will get a chance to win this ball game. It is officially, wait for it, wait for it, sudden death.
The return is Peterson.
We got sudden death overtime officially right here, right now. Next score gets into the finale.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. That last defensive stand, that is the defensive stand of the season. I mean, you get it on this stage in overtime in the Super Bowl, and now you've set your offense up here, Charles. All they need is a field goal, and they're world champs.
Agreed, partner. And if I'm calling plays on offense right now, I'm looking at my play sheet, and I'm looking for what plays get the ball to my best players right now. How do they touch it, and who do I trust with the football in this situation? Big-time trophy on the line. Championship on the line. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 4.
Handoff, Bettis. 3rd and 2, so it's a big 3rd down. And the Steelers get their big 3rd down and keep their final alive, or will they fall apart too and have to punt?
As he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Again, they'll run with Bettis. Yeah, this is only going to be
stopped. Will they go for it, or will they punt it? Being they didn't go for 2, I'm assuming they're going to punt.
Because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Chargers ball, sudden death. Touchback. Ball at the 20.
Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He'll work his way up the middle.
Gain of 4.
About 4.
Chargers need more than that. Good start by the Steelers. Time's running out. Now it will reset, so that's not really a big deal for the Chargers, but honestly it doesn't really matter at all, because whenever they kick, it's over. If they kick, so 2nd and 6.
Rivers.
He does want a big play though, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 6. We had a failed 3rd down by the Chargers. We had a failed 3rd down by the Steelers. Now we have a 3rd down by the Chargers. Let's see a big 3rd down. Here we go.
When it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Rivers.
Rivers looking. Oh, what a clutch catch. Who else when you need him? 80-20. Mike Doug. Mike Williams going to always catch it at 50-50 ball when you need it. 1st down Chargers. Time is going to run out and reset.
Especially in a spot as you just described. We're in OT. You've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the
Steelers almost getting a pick there. It could have been Steelers' ball. He's got to catch that and get the Steelers the ball. The Chargers get a break. Double overtime to decide the finale. Doesn't get more exciting than that. Double overtime to decide the finale.
Second and 10. Rivers now.
Sacked. Steelers get the play they need. It's going to be a big 3rd down for the Chargers. They get one after we've seen 2 failed ones, but this one's a long one, so I don't know if the Chargers can get it. They split out the receiver, so they want to get that splash play. But they hand it off. Questionable play. Chargers are going to punt after not even trying to throw.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Somebody grabbed that coach by his goddamn throat.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
What kind of 2010 shit was that to run on 3rd down? The Chargers almost get it to land on the 1, but it rolls in the end zone, so the Steelers get the ball in the 20. Steelers get the stop they need, so can they go ahead and get the field goal to win the game?
So now sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now, because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive.
Najee with the big carry, 2nd and inches.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Finding room in midfield, and he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
Steelers first down. Now I wonder, are they going to kick it now, or are they going to try to get a little bit more yards?
From just outside of field
More
goal
yards,
range.
so they
3
bring the
points,
offense
all
back
that's
out.
needed. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Bettis. Dancing away at the 35.
They should be able to kick it now. The Steelers looking like they're going to go to the finale.
They've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has now been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll keep leaning on the running game.
They want to get more yards.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
I don't understand. Just kick it in the game already. God damn it.
He was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So on now
Okay, now they kick.
Chris Boswell.
Chargers timeout.
They're
going to ice the kicker.
They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This, undoubtedly, the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good!
Steelers get it. Overtime, double overtime. And the Steelers moving on to the finale.
The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the
Cardinals, Seahawks. Winner places the Steelers in the finale.
Madden football is the
Super
home
Bowl
of the
43
Super Bowl, and
Cardinals,
this
Super Bowl
historic
40
matchup is brought to
Seahawks.
you by EA Sports. It's the Cardinals and the Seahawks. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League.
I was wrong on the
EA
Chargers
Sports.
pick. For this one, I'm going to be taking the
Tonight,
Cardinals.
it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on a second NFC team, the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
60 years of Super Bowls have led us here. More history to be written tonight as we get underway. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Play action. It's Wilson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. On the slant, here's Smith-Njigba. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Wilson. To the right side and complete to Largent. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Wilson will throw again. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They go play action with Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lynch. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as a quarterback.
And he spoke very eloquently and passionately on media day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment, I think it's this man right here.
First carry for James Conner. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 3-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Again, a run with Conner. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job is a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Warner. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running, because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Warner. Screen pass to Conner. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's 3rd and 3. To throw, Warner. And he finds Fitzgerald. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Warner. He'll get this to counter underneath. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Showing the strength, Fitzgerald. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Warner from the gun. Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now a 1st down throw. Warner to Connor on the check down. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Warner to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. It's Super Bowl 58. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Out of the gun, here's Warner. Well, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their 1st pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Prater's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. We still wait on the 1st touchdown of the game, but a 2nd field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage that they need.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Sheds off the tackle. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Yeah, we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They start the drive with Lynch. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
This is 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Gets this complete to Smith and Jigma.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Here comes 2nd down.
Lynch up the middle.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Wilson.
Smith and Jigma with the ground.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Throwing now is Wilson.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Cardinals moving on to the finale. We're going to have a Cardinals-Steelers finale, Super Bowl 43, Super Bowl 10.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They wanted that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And the Cardinals have done it. They're the kings of the NFL. Arizona, your Super Bowl champs. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.